What's up, guys?
And what it do? Shlimes, I'm back again with another
reaction video.
Yes, sir. If you're new to the channel, please do yourself a favor and subscribe because you're not gonna be disappointed.
Yes, sir.
And for those who don't know us, I'm Williams Hustling Kitchen on IG. I'm here from as Williams Hustling.
And I'm Marcus Kitchen on IG is crazy_identity.
And I'm Crazy Kitchen on IG as Hustling Crazy. And if you really want to follow us, you can find our handles in the bio description.
Yes,
but anyway, guys, today we are reacting to what nobody understand about Pablo by Casual Chuck. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We recently completed the guide to SB19 story episodes by Casual Chunk,
Yes, sir.
but now we're going for individual members of SB19, starting off with their CEO Pablo. Yes, sir. And all the stories are extremely exciting and
Very
exciting, and
it's all thanks to
educational,
inspiring,
and all thanks to Casual Chunk because he explains and breaks down all the stories, life stories very accordingly. Shout out to him, and yeah, shout out to you that keeps requesting for us to react to these lovely story for
and please let us know who
SB19.
you'd love us to react to next in the squad.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, guys, without wasting your time, let's get into it.
There's a disclaimer of liability. Pablo.
Nobody understands about Pablo of SB19.
It's okay to make mistakes, but don't.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
It's okay to make
It's
mistakes.
okay to make
but
mistakes.
don't.
If
but
you
don't.
can prevent it from happening, don't.
Do prevent it.
Oh yeah.
If you can prevent it from happening, do prevent it from happening. You know, it's rather cure is prevention is better than cure. You know, so if you can prevent it, rather do that than suffer the consequences. You know this is wrong. Avoid it. You know, look elsewhere. Take a different path.
But if it happens, it
But if it
happens.
happens, it happens. Yeah.
If it's in your
but
control
what
for you to stop it, just
You know what to do.
Yeah.
So
As
I do
Pablo
agree with
said.
what he said right there.
Sino pinakamatagal mag-ayos?
Pablo is the slowest when getting ready.
I don't know.
I did unspeakable things talaga.
Did unspeakable things.
Casual
Chuck.
Shout out.
Reactor, the
Everybody
fanboy
will
reactor.
taste to Pablo's life, having his own family business and the utmost respect from his co-members and fans. Pablo's life seems perfect, yet the truth is completely different. Not too long ago, he has been put in the shadows even though his role with SB19 is supposed to be significant. There were moments that his work wasn't even acknowledged. He is also seen as a member who has the strongest personality, which most people don't understand. But I'm telling
That's facts. You know, from the previous episode that we watched, bro really do have a strong personality. Personality. And he's a very strong guy.
Yeah.
You know,
And he
Very
plays
talented as well.
very talented,
and he
very
also
smart.
plays a huge part to the group.
Yeah.
Very huge part. Extremely.
Telling
One
you,
of the most
Pablo.
of their songs, he's the one who write them. And
Produce. But they're all very multi-talented and very smart guys.
They just have each
They're
element
very-
that they implement.
they
Place in
very-
the group.
Plays in the group,
Very
yeah.
good group combined together.
And that's why it's prospering because imagine such smart heads coming together and working on something. Come on, it's bound to
be great.
great.
story is a revelation
Yeah.
because it proves otherwise, and you're about to hear it. So sit back and enjoy because
I
it's
think I
going
need
to
me
be
some
a
popcorn.
heck of a ride.
One thing about Casual Chuck, his intros and outros.
His edits are crazy.
Crazy.
His team, him and his team know how to put a video together. They should work. For
That's
a
if he has a
production
team
company.
or if it's
It's
he's
definitely
alone.
team. You know when these stories and they always put the whole
oh,
team,
oh,
the
yeah.
whole team behind names of the producers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gianpaolo Nase was born and raised
Gianpaolo
in
Nase.
Cavite. He's the second-born child along with two sisters and two brothers.
Oh,
Their mom took care
he's
of
the
them
second
while their
eldest.
dad provided for them financially from overseas. Pablo grew up as a shy kid who tends to space out, and because of that, he sometimes wandered off of their pack when they were outside. There was a time when their family was in the mall and he suddenly went missing. They panicked for a little bit, only to find him urinating on a plant in the corner. There was also another time
That's
when he
crazy.
fell
Yeah,
into
I feel
the
like
canal.
that's such a common thing with kids. Yeah, they do the most random things.
Bro.
Pablo's childhood was never boring because he was surrounded by a loving family.
Yeah, and he had a
As
lot
a
of siblings.
teenager, Pablo was very active in sports. In fact, he made it to his high school's varsity basketball team playing the point guard position.
Really?
See what are we talking about?
Bro, it's
Talented.
Music,
He's good in everything.
business,
Business,
talent. I
talent.
mean,
Athletics.
athletics, bro.
Sing.
Come on, man.
In the scenes, his passion for music got ignited when he found the
Writing
hip-hop
songs.
artists like Eminem,
Bro.
Glock 9, G-Dragon, Looney,
These were
and
his
NF.
inspirations.
This is when he started writing songs in secret.
No wonder he's very
Good,
very
very
lyrical, bro.
Yeah, very lyrical.
You can see his inspirations,
Yeah.
bro.
NF.
His role models, bro. And
Eminem.
G-Dragon, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Glock, is it Glock 9?
Yeah,
Is it
Glock
something?
9.
Yeah, come on. man.
As an outlet for his emotions. He kept the dream of performing to himself because of his shy attitude. Most families in the Philippines believe that going
but to
overseas
think of
will
it,
set
he
you
came
up
out
for
of his
life,
comfort
and Pablo's
zone.
family wasn't a stranger.
his-
I feel like out of the whole group, Justin is the most shyest, and then probably follows by
But Pablo is not. It's not as visible. Justin, you can even see.
can tell
You
that
can
he's
tell.
a shy
yourself.
you can tell that he's
Yeah.
shy.
I just I feel like
Eh,
Pablo.
wait, is Justin the youngest?
I'm not sure. We don't even know their ages.
But I
I
just
think they
like,
mentioned them in the episodes.
Really? I don't
I
recall.
must have missed them. But yeah,
But
please
just
do
like,
let us
yeah.
know who's the eldest and who's the
Yeah.
youngest.
He initially took up accountancy in college because the job was in demand abroad. But he immediately regretted it and felt that the course wasn't for him. He loved writing songs and wanted to get better at it, so he decided to shift his course to a Bachelor of Arts in English. This is when he started learning about poetry and different types of literature, which definitely played a big
That's why
role
all
in
these
his
songs
future.
are
Bro.
Yeah,
went
that-
up, bro.
bro.
Yeah, because
The
and his
lyrics-
songs
the
make
lyrics.
sense because
And I'm
he
sure
was
the
a
ly-
poet, bro.
We don't really understand Filipino like that,
Yeah.
but the lyrics I'm sure are crazy.
Yeah.
The lyrics are
The
crazy,
lyrics are
and
crazy.
for the few songs that we do understand,
Bro.
they do make a lot of
Look
sense.
at Time.
Come on.
Look at Time, bro.
That's my favorite.
favorite,
my
indeed.
favorite song
Indeed.
by SB19.
Indeed.
Time. I love that song. And Mapa.
Yeah, Mappa also.
In his
Although we
senior
don't
year,
understand it,
Yeah.
but
his
it
younger
feels
sibling-
very
We
deep.
do. I do understand it now since the way people explained it, and
We understand it, but not the lyrics,
Lyrics.
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, yeah.
But we get the
siblings
picture.
started going to college as well, and their family's income was no longer enough to keep them all at school. So he started working as a call center agent at night while studying in the morning.
Yeah.
He worked a full
That's
9-hour
dedication.
shift and
Didn't
also
have
full-time
rest,
at
bro.
school. Honestly,
I feel like that's a thing that we all going through right now. You know,
There's
put
no
all
time
our
to
talent,
rest.
we put our
There's no time
talent
to rest.
aside to do jobs that can sustain us as human beings. You know, pay our bills, put our talent aside,
Yeah.
just to take care of ourselves, take care of the loved one of
To
our
have a
loved
roof
ones.
over
You know,
our heads, bro.
have a roof, have something to eat.
Yeah.
You know, you don't go to sleep hungry.
Yeah.
So you put all your goals, your
Aside.
visions,
All
your
on
ambitions,
pause.
your
pause.
talents aside.
Just to put food on the table.
You see, and then
But
most of
sometimes you have to take a risk.
yeah, and then
Put the food aside and follow your dreams.
and that's one thing we've realized with SB19 that they take risks,
Yeah. And they're dedicated.
and that's what
That's what
that's
got
what
them
got
this
them
far.
where they are right now. You gotta take risks in life. Don't be that type of person that put all your talent on the side and do things that you don't really want to do and end up dying with your visions, your
Yeah.
goals, your talent. You know, that's a coughing regrets. No achievements. That's very sad.
I couldn't
Learn to take
imagine how he
risks.
survived all that, but he did. He got his bachelor's degree in English, and according to some sources, if only he wasn't a shifter,
Smart.
he would have
He's smart,
graduated
he's
cum
extremely
laude.
smart.
He's a smart dude for sure, and
Very
also a
smart dude.
responsible one. He was so responsible that after graduating, he immediately went to work as a data analyst for a real estate company
Look
to
at that,
provide
look
for
at
his
that.
family. It was a stressful job, but
Yeah.
he was able to cope by watching his favorite K-dramas.
And that's why
Mm.
that's why he's made the CEO.
Indeed.
Because you know how to
He has
manage
the
all
brains,
that,
bro.
Yeah.
He has the brains to run a company.
Yeah.
Smart.
Everything was smooth sailing until the big what if started bothering him. Deep inside, he had this unfinished business of making music. So one day,
That's
he
one
decided-
thing as a human being. Always put away the what if.
What if.
What if this happens? What if that happens?
If you dwell in the what if, you will stay there
Forever.
Stay there.
Put
Never
all the
achieve
what if
anything.
away and deal with whatever comes.
Yeah.
if it was meant to happen, it was meant to happen that way. You feel me? So all the what ifs, put them aside. Go for your
Focus on your
target.
goal.
Focus on your goal. Make it happen.
Decided to follow his passion while keeping his full-time job. He started joining rap battles and competitions as a soloist. He initially wanted to use Seismic as his screen name, which has a
Seismic.
double entendre for seismic. But he
Seismic.
never managed to share it because he is a shy dude, so he always ended up telling his real name instead. To this day,
Pablo
that
Of
screen name
SB19.
remained to be in Pablo's username on his social media accounts. If you want to know more about the meaning of it, check out the video I made about it. Link in the description.
That is
You can also
We'll
join the
definitely.
highest tier membership if you want to support me and also be credited as one of the executive producers. Going back, Pablo kept competing despite not winning until one fateful night when Miss Hongganda of Show BT found him in a contest.
kept on
She
kept on
offered to train
competing
him
without
as a-
winning
Yeah.
until one fateful night. See,
Bro.
that's the
They never give
good
up.
motivation.
Never
give up.
Never give up.
The power of consistency.
solo artist, but ended up becoming the leader of the boy group that would end up
18.
rewriting Filipino music history.
SB19.
They underwent a Korean training style that is notorious for pushing trainees to their absolute limits. Pablo reached a point that it became too difficult for him that he had to choose between his job and the training. Realizing that he was only half step in, he decided to go all in by quitting his job. He told his
That's
mom
it.
Those are
about
the risks we're talking
yeah,
about.
that's
Those are
the
the
risks
risks you have to
we're talking
take
about.
And
in
Yes.
life. Just
Get
to
a
step.
certain time.
bro,
Work. Sustain yourself. But then if you have spaces in between, take those risks. You know.
Just
Take
one step
those
into
risks.
the risk can take you a very far, a very long.
and I also feel like
And if you take the risk or you take a chance and it doesn't work, at least you know you tried.
Exactly.
You know.
Sure.
and
That's
I
what
also feel
matters
like
the
in
most.
Pablo's case, whereby that work was also helping feed the family. Obviously, not everyone agreed to him quitting the job. You know.
I mean, there
Some
are always
good-
people like
But
that.
then everyone is not
that's-
benefiting
everyone is
from
benefiting.
and
his
the choice
risk that he took.
I'm
the
just
choice
saying.
is up to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you must focus on believe in what your dreams and stuff.
and as expected, his decision was questioned. But she didn't stop him
Reminds me
from
of
chasing his
Michael
dreams.
Jackson Thriller.
With
Yeah. Is this a movie, guys? Please do let us
his
know.
job gone comes no income. Life became so hard for Pablo that he had to skip meals and sleep in their camp just to extend his remaining money for commuting back home every few days because
That's
his
crazy.
home was miles
That's
That's a
away.
risk.
In order
That's
to survive,
sacrifice.
he performed in different Korean events with his group called PHP, which was also composed of other Show BT trainees. This went on.
This
for
was
3
before
years.
SB19.
Fast forward to 2018, SB19 was formed, and they debuted with a song called Di La Luha, which was
Di La
written
Luha.
by none other than Pablo. This was a song that was supposed to capture the hearts of the Filipino people. But sadly, barely anyone cared about it. The same thing happened to their second single,
Go
Go Up. This was supposed to be the time when he could tell his parents that he has finally made it. But instead, it became the reason why he started to question himself.
Man.
This was a major blow to his confidence, so he
Yeah,
shut
because
it.
you know you go out there, you're like, I want to make my parents proud. I'm going out there to give it all. But then you give it all and then no results. That's
Start
crazy.
questioning what is
Start
there
questioning
question
Hmm,
comes up.
like
Am I doing the right thing? Is this
Am I
what I'm
supposed
supposed
to
to
quit
do?
my job?
Come on. You know, what am I going to say when I get back home?
exactly.
Himself off from the public and did some quote-unquote unspeakable things. If it wasn't for George and Pablo's faith in God, he wouldn't be here today.
That's one thing.
Let God be your number one priority.
Gotta put God first, you
Put him
know.
in
God
middle.
first.
He's the
With God,
foundation.
all- with God,
Foundation
everything
of
is possible.
everything, man. Come on. He's the pillar of everything. Come on.
This was also around the time when he wrote the song La Luna, which exactly
Luna.
described the situation he was in. It's so wild knowing that his recent song actually came from several years back, and there's no telling how many he's already done because he describes himself as someone who always writes music. When the Go Up dance practice video was uploaded, their popularity snowballed. A follow-up song was released called Alab, which was also written by him, but the fans noticed that something was wrong. Pablo's name was nowhere to be found in the credits, and when the movie Game Boys was
Damn, so
he
released,
wrote all
SB19
that,
was
giving him
the
credit was
original
what
credit.
soundtrack,
That's crazy.
and it
That's
happened
crazy.
again. Twitter fans went ballistic, and there was even a movement that encouraged everyone to mass email Show BT.
Shout out to
give
you
them
should
the
give
credit
18
he
shout out
deserves.
to 18. 18 the flowers. They really know how to
If it
put up the
wasn't for
balls.
18, maybe Pablo wouldn't have gotten the music royalties he has now. So what exactly is it that people don't understand about Pablo? Most people would say it's his sassy attitude. but I beg to disagree. We learned in his story that he's arguably the most introverted person in this group, and Stella
Introverted and very
perfectly
smart.
described it in this clip.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa, parang bigla na siya nagsasalita.
That's one thing about people which are extremely smart. They usually keep to themselves, and I don't know why, but I feel like it's something that it's with them. They're always thinking.
Yeah.
They're always thinking. Okay,
They don't have time to talk.
yeah, they don't have time to talk or do certain things. Funny
They rather
behaviors.
think than talk.
They rather think on the next move. You know what else to do that will benefit them, benefit the whole society. That's one thing with people which are extremely smart. I've noticed that.
Yes, sir.
It's things with like scientists, professors,
Lawyers.
lawyers, and all that. You know?
Not even though lawyers talk a lot.
Yeah, but then
but
yeah, they do talk a
It's
lot
a-
because
it's
of
a
their
job.
job. But then when it comes to like their own personal lives, they keep to themselves.
Nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training kami, tapos biglang gaganon. Tapos biglang gaganon. Gaganon po siya sa gilid. Nagre-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
Some fans and even him also think that he's the worst dancer among them, but his co-members think otherwise.
I'm really bad at memorizing steps. Yeah, I'm really, really bad. So I take extra time.
But you're a good dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what he was thinking back.
What did Still say?
He says he's a good dancer. Backflip.
He's also a game.
Bro can flip
He even
even,
uses
bro.
favorite video game character as an inspiration.
and he's a
for one
gamer
of his
as well.
songs.
Bro.
Talk about a game changer. Most people think he's a poet,
Talk
but
about
he
a game
describes
changer.
himself more as a bard who tells his stories through his music. Music that transcends generations and is backed up by recognition.
The winner of this season of the Juki Music Awards is Pablo. Congratulations.
The winner of the Composer of the Year award goes to
Award.
Pablo Nasser. Congratulations.
He can sing, he can rap, he can shoot, he can pop, he can play,
What
he can
else
snap,
can't he do?
can
What
flip,
can't he
and
do? Come
can't
on, man.
stop. Pablo's mind
can
is a
flip and he
race,
can't
he's
stop.
always 5 steps ahead of us. He does what he does because he strives for perfection, which brings us to the most misunderstood thing about him.
Bro is a
His
perfectionist.
reputation as a genius.
Definitely
Sometimes it makes me
genius.
wonder, why
Professor
does Pablo
X.
keep on asking this question?
Why us? Why are we here right now?
Why not?
The
Is
answer
the
for me
question.
is the lesson I learned from his story. I learned that the person performs better when there's no safety net. He had no plan B. Pablo gave up everything and decided to go all in.
Yeah, you know, if you have nothing to lose,
Yeah,
you have everything to gain.
exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you put everything on the line. Come on, that's the most dangerous person.
Bro.
A person that has nothing to lose. That's the most dangerous person. And that's why everything good is coming to them, because they put it all out there.
Indeed.
Now the world is now, you know, the universe is
Rewarding them.
rewarding them back.
Focusing on getting better at his craft. He believed that failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So he
Failing
made
to
the world his
prepare
library to become the
preparing
best
to fail.
version
Yeah,
of
preparing
himself
to
and
fail.
became the guy who worked while others slept. The guy who learned while others partied. The guy who led while others followed. The guy who lived like others only dreamed of. A leader has the
Truck is cooking,
He's
man.
cooking, bro. On
Bro
some
is
rhymes,
cooking.
bro.
Damn.
Money back.
capacity to trans.
Money back.
He's cooking.
The most misunderstood thing about him, his reputation as a genius. Sometimes it makes me wonder, why does Pablo keep on asking this question?
Why us? Why are we here right now?
The answer for me is the lesson I learned from his story. I learned that the person performs better when there's no safety net. He had no plan B. Pablo gave up everything and decided to go all in by focusing on getting better at his craft. He believed that failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Oh,
Failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Damn, I love the way he explains the stories, casual chat, and the dramatic songs behind them, bro. It makes it feel so, you know.
So he made the world his library to become the best version
Yeah.
of himself and became the guy who worked while others
Slept.
The guy who learned while others partied.
partied.
The guy who led
While others followed.
The guy who lived
Lived
like
and-
others only dreamed of.
Boom.
A leader has
guy
the
who-
capacity
the guy
to
who
translate
gives
vision
dream.
into reality.
Yes,
But
sir.
it's
That's the answer to Pablo's why.
That's the question to Pablo's why.
Damn.
Damn, shout out to Casual Chunk.
Shout out to
Shout out
G.
to his old production. They really put the video together too well. I love it.
Well
I love it. I
explained.
love it. I love it.
Well put
Well
together.
explained, well put together.
Nah, shout out.
Shout out to Casual Chuck. That was it.
Damn, you can always trust in Casual. You can always trust in him
And
when
shout
it
out-
comes to his story videos.
Shout out to Casual Chuck. Shout out to
Casual Chuck,
Pablo.
yeah, and-
Shout out to SB19. Shout out to 18.
Yes, sir.
And this story behind Pablo's background, fire.
Yeah, fire.
Fire. It it makes us know the boys more as
and
we
personal.
should, and personal.
And also motivates.
It's
Yeah,
motivational,
motivates.
very motivational. The stories are extremely motivational. It makes you want to be a better person. Makes you want to put
Push
in the
more,
work, you know,
Yeah.
push more,
push more.
to be a better person and do more stuff
For
more
yourself,
things for yourself and
you know.
for everyone around you.
Yeah,
That's
And it also teaches you also to be around the right people.
Yeah, around
because
the
if
right
you wasn't
people.
also around the right people
and do the right things.
yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Casual Chuck for this one. It's crazy. So guys, please let us know who you'd love us to react to next in the squad. And we'll definitely give you guys a reaction. But if you made it this far, don't forget to like,
Comment, share, subscribe,
that good
and don't
stuff.
forget to turn your notifications so it's 5 time. Well done.
So catch us on the next one.
Because we are out of here. Do say, sir.